Hello everyone, welcome back to the South Bay Syndicate. Today we're going to continue our testing of the new A Lawless Time leaders with the Hera leader unit. Hera lets you play other heroism units ignoring their aspect penalties if you have at least 2 units in play. We're pairing it with blue today to take advantage of some of the stronger blue-green combinations that exist in the new sets and existing ones. And try and get out on the board with some of our interesting Spectre and Rebel units to take control and defeat our opponent. Before we jump into some games, just a reminder, we do have our 300 subscriber giveaway in partnership with Lost Planet. We'll be giving away a bunch of mall treats. All you have to do is find the post, make a comment on your favorite leader for A Lawless Time, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be eligible for the giveaway. As always, we appreciate everyone watching and supporting us. Please like and subscribe and jump into the Discord to chat with us. With that, we'll jump into some games in the next set preview section with our Hera. I think there are a lot of different ways you can play Hera, and as cards continue to come out, figure out what the best combination is to get base units out to build off of the ability. Here we're just trying a lot of the different Rebel Spectre units to see what we can do. And we've got a Dryden Voss to start. We'll jump into it. We can see the Trute's not working. We're going to go ahead and keep this though. I'll resource the Trute and a Gunji. We really like the Sabine here. Once you start to get units out, you can take advantage of maybe up to all 4 of their on-attack abilities. So let's see if we can pull that off. We'll start with the Gunji on the ground, although they probably are going to be heavy ground. Maybe we'll start space just to see if we can take some control there. Okay, so they're going to start to build out some credits. I like Chopper here because of what it does for Sabine's Masterpiece. And now we can bring it out without aspect penalty. And hopefully they don't get too many units out with credits before. Or what does this do? Oh, when played. Okay, so it doesn't really have anything else going. Oh, they claimed, which means maybe they have an answer right away for our Sabine's Masterpiece. Probably ambushing some kind of ship in. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this out for free. It just gives us another aspect. Oh, they take it away. Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and boost the Sabine's Masterpiece. All right, so they have a bit of an underworld deck going. We do like the Ezra here, which can create some healing. The Haymaker actually can defeat a unit, and then a lot of great options. But we are on 5 resources, so we'll only be able to play 1 of them. We're going to go ahead and do this. Craving Power is going to give them a credit. So I think what we'll want to do is get some damage in. And we'll use the Haymaker to get some damage. They are in a great spot, I think, for what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to wait for us to deploy. Oh, okay, so that was even better. We appreciate that trade because now we can Haymaker and take that out. And then we can hit base. And now we have a few options here. We can play the Ezra and Yaddle, or we can bring out our blue leader. We don't really have any healing to do right now, so I think we might bring out the blue leader. Actually, going wide sounds better. We're going to go wide so we can get some restore going. So now their Darth Nihilus actually kills off their unit. Ooh, the Zeb here is really nice, but the Luke could be as well. Assuming they get an attack first, they'll have to let us either kill off the Darth Nihilus or ready Luke to finish the game. But this also represents lethal, so I think we have a lot of options here on the board. And we can play a Sentinel to do some damage. So let's see how this plays out. They play an IG with ambush. Okay. I think we will play our Sentinel and kill that off. And they'll have to kill off their ID plus. Yeah. All right. So now we're lethal with Yaddle. I don't know that they'll have an answer. And GG's to our opponent. Okay. So we were able to get our units out and do some damage before they could build their leader up. Let's jump into another game and see what happens. There are a lot of interesting cards across all of the heroism that are coming out, so it's nice to start to play those and see what they can do. That Zeb getting to do some damage, if we get more aspects out, can really be interesting. We'll go ahead and take the initiative. We've got our Jabba here. As we look at our turns here, we don't really have a first turn, so we're going to go ahead and mulligan. The chopper is interesting, but we can't play it. It's much better here having the squadron. We'll resource both ghosts to see if we can get these units going. The Ezra is really nice because it's going to pump all of these up if it's out there living. That Han is good for them. We'll have to deal with that in a minute. Actually, we'll be able to bounce it with Kanan, so that'll be really nice. We'll get our 3 damage in and we'll claim. And in theory, we can bounce the Han with Kanan and then give an experience token with it to Ezra. And so we'll be able to start to build our Spectre army almost. Okay. I don't know what they're going to have here. Let's just play around with the new guys. So we'll go ahead and play this out. We'll bounce that back to their hand. I definitely don't want to bounce this one where it can keep doing the when played. What we'd prefer to do is attack into base with Ezra, giving Kanan experience token, and then playing Zeb next turn. They have a punch it. That's better for them. As long as they don't kill the Kanan here, we'll still be able to play the Zeb without paying the penalty, and we'll be able to defeat that, actually. So that's going to be, I think, a very strong play for us. This will be interesting if we can play it out. We have some Spectre units out now. And so we'll be able to take advantage of this next turn with all of our Spectre units. Let's get our attacks in. Very nice unit for them. So unfortunately, I think we'll have to trade out the Stranger. I think that's going to be too powerful moving forward. So we're going to have to go ahead and do that, which means they can trade out with it with the Jabba. We do get another Chewbacca here, which I think is pretty good. Now we don't have any Spectre units, so fire across the galaxy. We almost got it off, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this game. That's how it goes sometimes. We'll go ahead and put the Chewbacca on here. And then we can play the Sabine's Masterpiece after that. And now we're doing a little bit of lane dodging. I have a feeling that they're going to be heavier on the ground. Not sure if they're playing the Scion ship, but that seems to be an indicator that maybe not. Ooh, and we got a lot of nice options now. We're going to 7, so Craving Power is good. We'll get this down. They can go ahead and take their shield off. So this is going to be hard to defeat because it's 8, right? We'll get our Ezra down, which will allow us to pump our Sabine's Masterpiece. So we'll get to heal and get them very close to lethal. If we can get another unit out. The Luke's actually pretty good as well, because it would let us kill the IG. Also will activate Sabine's ping, which would finish the game off. So a lot of great options for us. Oh, we can't play it because I messed up. They were able to defeat both units with IG, and I messed that up. Whoops. All right, that's my bad. I was thinking about the aspects, but they were able to trade out with IG, and I'm not sure what we do from here, actually. Okay. They've got a Sentinel out, which is nice for them. We'll play our Ezra. We'll play our Sabine. And they might have us here. We're going to claim. I think they do. Yeah, I think they might have it. They have the removal. And close one, I think I miscalculated what was going on. And they got us. GG's to our opponent. Nice job by Jabba. The IG ended up coming in clutch. And they didn't need to do that. All right. So, GG's to them. Definitely, I think why we practice, right? You got to think about what the abilities do and how they might affect you. And I got caught there. Was thinking ahead that the aspect penalties didn't matter at all. And I got stuck with the Luke and didn't resource even. So, was behind. Just a lot of mistakes from me in that matchup. And I think that's why we do this, right? We do this to practice and learn the leaders. And let's see what we got here. They are going to be removing. We're going to keep this. We'll put the Chirrut down, still not working. And we're going to go space early. And we'll hold the Callus, see if we can take advantage of it later. And let's see what they do. Okay. I think we continue. I think now we put Callus down and we'll play out our Phantom. They're going to start to deal damage to us. They're going to gain the force here, which could mess with our space adventure, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if this turn they play the sister to defeat one of our units. We're almost racing, it seems like, at this point. The Ezra could be nice here because it could heal if they do use Vader's ability to do some damage. But let's see how that plays out. Okay. I play a Creditor's Claim here as a way to try and defeat. We'll play the Han. And we'll claim. Ooh, the Punch It is interesting. The Chewbacca is also super. Oh, the Punch It is going to come in as handy. We have 5 resources. Okay. So I think what we'll do here, we'll get our attack in. We're going to keep pushing in space for now. There's the CAD. We'll put Chewbacca here. And now the ghost represents lethal. And the Inquisitor can't die here, which is important, right? Because otherwise that would give them and GG's. All right, so definitely interesting how fast you can go in space. I guess we could bring like the Falcon in or other things like that. And here we got Satine. So as I play through the Hera deck, I think I need to think more about how to continue to keep units on board. Not in this deck right now, but something you would probably include is like Queen Amidala. You can bring Typho, you can bring Mina. We really wanted to test all the new set cards, so we didn't put a lot of that in here, but you can definitely see where they would add a lot of value. Okay, so here I think our play is the Bodhi into Sabine's Masterpiece into Chopper, which will end up giving us a lot of interesting pieces. Actually, the Chopper probably goes at this point. We'll play the Sabine's Masterpiece. We'll attack. We'll give this Sentinel. Ooh, they're also going wide. Okay. They're going wide. They're going to be able to heal. A lot happening on their end. So I think here we'll give ourselves Sentinel, force them to attack in, and then we'll play Ezra to heal. And make them attack in again. And then we'll attack, we'll heal, and we'll give this experience. We'll go ahead and claim. And they'll do damage, I think, to heal one of theirs, which is fine. Still no Chirrut value, but we will play here. And now we're getting... Oh, they're killing it off. Okay. Oh, no, they're not. Oh. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll get our attack in. We'll heal damage. Is it base only? Yeah, okay. We'll give that over here. We're just kind of spreading out. We don't really want that around, right? So we'll kill that off. And maybe that's what they wanted. They wanted it as a distraction. Ooh, I do like the Haymaker here. And the Ghost. And a shield to a unit. If you control this, you may... Okay, so we control all of that. So I think what we might want to do here is... We can play the Ghost. We can give this... And... This... Yeah, so we give them both shield and experience tokens. And now we're pretty activated here as well. So we will go ahead and take this out. We will take this guy out. There's a Yoda's lightsaber. We'll heal damage. We'll give ourselves another. And we'll ready a resource. Okay. So now we have the full kind of Sabine's Masterpiece stuff going on. We have an Agent Callus coming out, which I think can be very good. Also, we have a Haymaker to take something out. So let's see. We have the initiative. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attack here and give it Sentinel, forcing them to attack in. We'll get another 6 damage in. And that should be GG's. I think we're just able to overwhelm everything they're trying to do. We'll heal damage from the base. And we'll exhaust our resource. And GG's to our opponent. So there we were able to keep units on the board, activate all of the pieces with Hera, and win the game. I think very different than how our Jabba match went, where we really messed up. All right, let's keep this. We'll put the Chirrut down. I think that the Bodhi is shown to be very nice. So we'll go ahead and keep that. I think that being able to heal with Ezra could be very nice. Hmm. Normally I would keep the Sabine, but I think there's an opportunity here to create a large Sentinel, which I would like to do. They've got the Chewbacca on their black one, which is going to create a problem for us pretty quickly. So we're going to have to see how to deal with that. We could just go heavy ground and just take the 6 per turn, but I think that's going to be a bit much. So let's see how we can handle that. We'll play the ghost out. We'll go ahead and give it an experience token. They don't really want to ping. Yeah. So I think here, what makes sense for us, ooh, even better. Okay, this was a very, very strong draw. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to take advantage of that. I think what we do is, actually, let's take that out. Now we have a 7 damage unit, which with the Haymaker, we'll be able to kill off the black one. Oh, they're going to ambush in. No, they're not. Okay. So we will Haymaker, take that out. And then we are going to trade here. Actually, let's see. If we think about Hera, I think we go ahead and trade that out. Sure. Okay. So we're able to stabilize a bit, and Ezra is going to let us do some healing on Hera, which is very nice. I think that'll be helpful. We're all blue-green right now, so not much else going on. There is an opportunity for us to dock the Phantom on the Ghost, which could be the right play. Now we'll go 8 to base. And then I think we play the Ghost and dock it, and now we have a big Sentinel. Sure. Yep. So that's definitely what we're going to do. We're going to just shut this down. And we'll go ahead and dock it. This has grit now as well, so we'll be able to attack in because it takes on all of the aspects. Oh, and nothing left to fear would finish it off. Oh no, it's non-leader, right? Yeah. Okay, so the Ezra can heal here, so we'll see what happens. They have to attack in and kill the Ezra to clear the board. They can't, or they can do that and let us win. Okay, not sure why they didn't just go for the attack or what they were thinking there, but you can see a lot of the Spectre synergies coming together in a nice way to take down some opponents. Ooh, and now we run into a Talzin yellow, something I think will be very strong coming up, and something I was looking at for Milwaukee, but I just don't think it's quite there yet. We're going to keep this. I like the Yaddle and the Gunji into things like Sabine. They're going to have some removal, but we're going to need to get there. So let's go ahead and do this first. Oh, I like the Sabine's Masterpiece in this one because I think we can get out all aspects. I don't love the constructed lightsaber. I do like the Sabine here because it lets us defeat a non-unique upgrade. So let's see if we can make that happen. It's going to be a little rough. They might just keep attacking in. We're going to go ahead and give the Gunji an experience token so they can't defeat it. And so here with Zeb, we can do 5 damage. So we are going to go ahead and do that because we have a green, so we can do 5 damage. We'll do it here. And now we have 3 aspects online for Sabine's Masterpiece, which is great. They are going to load up. We'll go ahead and attack into base. We'll heal 2 damage. We'll give an experience, and we'll deal 1 damage. And then we'll deploy. I think here we just claim. And that's all we can do. Sure. Actually, the Haymaker now. We'll finish him off. Oh no, undo. Sorry. This is what we meant to do. We'll defeat the constructed lightsaber and we'll trigger the ambush to finish it off. There we go. And that was a nice play by them. They were really able to load up on their 1 unit. We'll go to base. And we're kind of stuck here. Okay. We'll trade out with Talzin, and we'll try and rebuild our board. We'll go into space, and we'll build back up. The Chewbacca is really nice here. In fact, we're not going to resource. They have the answer immediately. It's too bad we couldn't get the Chewbacca out there, but at least we'll be able to swing in for some damage. And we'll claim. So we have the initiative. We'll be able to deal some damage out with Callus. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll deal some damage to each of these. And now we have raid 1 on everything. Looks like they don't like that. We'll make them trade out. Oh, they have, okay. They keep having answers. Good for them. We'll use that to defeat our guy. They'll get an attack in. Sure. Get them to 19. Go in space. Kind of an interesting race. They're able to flood the board here, which is good for them. We'll get our attack in. And I think they might have us. But we'll see. This is lethal, but so is their, yeah, so they figured it out. That was as close as we could get. And GG's to our opponent there. They just got us. The Sentinel in space allowed them to open the door. We could have haymakered maybe off of that and kept it in space. That's probably what the play would have been to win the game. But GG. And we got another Vader here. let's see how this goes. I think this is going to be the last Hera game for this video. I think we'll talk a lot about the deck at the end, what we might want to do with it. I think this is a really fun experience to kind of test out the new cards, and I think that's really a big part of what we're trying to do here. There's no turn one here, so I'm not expecting much. Excuse me, from this game. But everything is about testing, right? We're trying to figure out what makes sense, what doesn't, which cards fit, where you might need to fill in gaps to create consistency. And I think one of the things with Hera is like, how do you create consistent board presence with everything that's going on? They'll do 1 damage. Not having a turn 1 play here just puts us way behind. Sure. So I think we can't really allow just a free kill scenario. So what we're going to have to do is undo that. We're going to have to trade here and kind of go from there. And there's nothing we can play really that'll live. Like if we played the Sabine, they could just Marin in, but they did it in that order. So now we will play the Sabine. Either way, I think what they'll do is damage and then kill the Sabine on the first action next turn. Oh, nice. I do like this. We're on 5. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the Ezra off here. So we'll get an attack in before they kill it. Just with the Marin, there's not much we can do. So I think we'll deploy. And next turn with Zeb, we'll be able to kill Marin if we want, or we can do it now, which we'll do. They didn't have any resources to use, so this is a big flip in our favor. There's a lot we can do now. I think we'll play the Ghost. Oh, they have the Anakin. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Oh, okay. They have the Anakin. I missed the heroism that got discarded. Whoops. All right, we'll play out our Luke here, which will get us back online, or we can play the Ghost and give out experience tokens. Let's see what happens. We'll play the Luke out. Give us a credit or let us do some damage, or yeah, we'll go ahead and do the 5 damage. They have a second Anakin. Sure. Okay. Play Vader. Double Anakin's really nice. Oh, stop it. I don't know why the game keeps making me claim. I will take out Vader. We'll give our guys some experience tokens. What do they have? They have the Mandalorian. We'll go ahead and get out our Sentinel here. Oh, what can we do? 10, 13, 17? Not quite enough. Let's see what else they play. This healing would be really nice a turn before. Ghost with Sentinel would be nice to turn on Well, not Sentinel here, so it wouldn't matter, but they're definitely ahead. We'll get our 4 in. We'll kill these 2 off. We'll draw another Luke. Okay. So now, what did I miss? Cinta attacked for 6. Oh, did they do damage to the base? Oh, it's the base. Okay. Yep, they got us. GG's. That was tough. No first turn play, I think, really sent us over the edge there. So maybe we'll jump into one more. It's an interesting deck for sure. Ooh, okay. We get to see the new Aurra Sing. This looks like a pretty fun one. Very controlling, though. Hopefully we get our Chewbacca's. We'll keep this. We'll have a couple of 5 health units to play early to try and get Hera online, although we have all in-aspect cards right now, so not looking too bad. We might... This Han will be an interesting one because there's a... Depending on how much removal they have, you might want to go wide. But they are playing Force, so... Okay, the Haymaker could come in handy. They didn't have... I don't know if they didn't have a first turn or they just chose this route. They could have no disintegrations. Yeah, that's what they have. Sure. That makes sense. That's probably a top card for this deck that they're running. We couldn't heal it, so we didn't have the Ezra online. And now I'm going to resource the Haymaker and favor some of these other pieces. And they pass. Maybe they have a second no disintegration, I guess. So we'll just play that out. Yeah. So there's 2 no disintegrations down. I think we'd rather have the Ezra, so that's why we wanted to do it that way. Of course, we draw another Ezra. That's just how the game goes. We'll play this guy. And if they have their third no disintegration, I guess more the power to them. Let's see, this comes out on 7, so we're going to have to start pushing. They do. They have all 3. Okay, that's one heck of a draw. They got it. We're going to go to base. Ooh, that Shroot would be nice here, but what can you do? Go ahead and heal that. Who knows what they could have? They could have the ambush. They could have all kinds of things that they're trying to finish that off. They have card draw, which means Anakin's come in, which is great. The Aurra comes out next turn, so we can... We definitely want a double shield here if we can. And double experience. So we'll go ahead and do that. Keep Aurra away from defeating them. And then we'll be able to pour in some damage. I think we start with Gunji. The shields seem protected. We turned this ability offline with the experience token. But they could have Anakin, and Anakin can wipe out a unit. So let's see what they do that there. Here. They could, in theory, with Anakin, give Ezra a minus, and then they could have given the Ghost a minus and then use Aura's ability, but apparently they do not have Anakin here, so very helpful for us. They'll shrink down. And Ezra now represents lethal, so while they are doing a lot of work, I think we're going to have this one wrapped up. Unless they have a way of taking Ezra out, which, who knows? Oh, okay. Yeah, the flip. I forgot about the flip. Flip seems very powerful. Let's get our attack in. Very nice. Okay, so we're at 23. Agent Callus actually will give us raid, which then makes Hera lethal again. Also, we have our Sentinel now. So let's get our damage in. And I think we have a lot of options to finish the game from here. Sure. This protects Hera, who represents lethal. And then also Zeb now represents lethal. So let's see what they have as an answer. They do not have an answer. We'll get an attack just to see what they have in their hand. They have another Karis. Okay. We'll keep all of this in case they're going to hit the new Super Laser Blast, which they do. So let's get some units down. And we'll pass. Okay. So here, Agent Cal is giving everyone raid 2 while we have the initiative. Doesn't come into play. But neither are lethal on their own, but Nothing Left to Fear will give us lethal with one of them. We're going to do this first just to see what they have. They keep healing. That's what's happening here. We're going to give that plus power so they can't defeat it. We're going to get our attack in, and then we'll go from here. I think here now we'll play Agent Callus. Represents lethal on his own. We'll get our attacks in before playing. They've done a lot of healing, but to keep them in the game makes a lot of sense. Okay, they'll reduce that down. Let's get our one in. We'll play Callus. They could still have the Super Laser Blast, so maybe we should have attacked first. I think definitely we should have attacked first. Kill Callus. Oh, I see. I guess we're going to keep him. So they have to answer Gunji here. And they cannot, and GG's. So we were able to overcome, I think, a couple of misplays on our side, plus the triple no disintegration to start the game to take him out. And let's talk about Hera. So I think Hera is going to have a lot of potential, though needing an extra clause to get the ability is always tough. And this needing two units out to activate, I think will at times be challenging. There's a lot of ways to remove units, things like that. As we look at the deck list, we wanted to try as many of the new cards as we could with some of the synergy with Ezra and Sabine's Masterpiece. I think there's actually a lot of opportunity for space here to be explored with some of the pilots and what these Spectre units do together. We didn't get to try out the Fire Across the Galaxy, but it does look like a fun card. And these Haymaker, Nothing to Fear, add another level of removal to blue-green. I do think things like Typho and Amidala and Mina become staples if you're in this type of deck. I mean, Amidala automatically gets everything online. So those are things to play around with when you're building, I think, a more serious version of it. But for now, we just want to try something fun that pulled in a lot of the new cards, and we got to see a lot of them. and the mistakes that we can make with Hera and a newer deck. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, like, subscribe, check out the 300 subscriber giveaway with our partnership with Lost Planet. Hopefully we'll be giving that away soon. Just really appreciate everyone watching, and thanks for hanging out.